Off to go pick up a new office chair. Mine has finally died and was pretty horrible, so gonna go pick that up. What else am I going to do today? I'm going to go take some bikes out for a ride. Yeah, usual. An impromptu trip to the hardware store has occurred, but I remembered I kind of needed some stuff, so now that trip's all done, we'll head on back home. Go do some riding. So in today's vlog, what I'm going to do is compare a 15.72 kilogram Enduro bike against a much lighter, almost XC bike, my Norco Optic, which weighs in at 14.52 kilograms. I honestly thought it was a lot lighter than that, but there you go. So yeah, I'm basically gonna go out and hit an XC track and do a lap on the Enduro bike and a lap on the, I'm just gonna call it an XC bike for ease of communication, and see which one actually works out to be a much quicker bike. Very surprised about the how small the weight difference between the two is. I mean, you've got long travel, heavy coil, a much longer wheelbase compared to, you know, you've got your much shorter travel bike. That's, I mean, admittedly, I mean, it's still got your alloy rims on both, still got alloy cranks on that, bigger pedals, alloy bars compared to the carbon bars. I mean, yeah, there are things that add up, but still, you would think the Optic is much, much lighter, but no. Oh well, you get that. Here I am at the start of the XC loop. It is 6 kilometers long, a little over 6 kilometers, something like that. My fastest recorded time here is 29 minutes 42. It's not fantastic, but you know, I'm not really pedal fit, so you have that. So basically I'm just going to time myself once on the Optic and time myself again on the Snot Rocket and see which one gets closest to my fastest time or possibly beats it. Better get this show on the road. The flies are starting to swarm, so before they get too bad. Some tight corners on this track. There's very little in way of features or jumps or anything on this trail. It's just a lot of rocks and a lot of switchbacks. The guy who built this trail, obsessed with switchbacks, had to be. And he's built uphill into the downhill section, as you do. Definitely the pedaliest downhill section I've ever done. A bit soft and loose in that corner. Judging by the horse poo on the trail, I'm glad to see that the no horses on this trail sign is being acknowledged.
that's lap 1 finished on the Optic. It's a bit of a slog. It's not a particularly fun trail. There's no real features. It's just tons of baby head filled with loose pebble type rock and switchbacks. Just so many switchbacks. But 28:02, that's what I did on the Optic, which beat my old previous time. But I'm going to head down to my car, grab the Snot Rocket and give it another crack. Well, the preliminary findings so far, just pedaling up to the start of the trail here, is that the Snot Rocket compared to the Optic is so plush that it feels like it's got a flat tire, which I've checked, it does not. This is going to be quite interesting, I think. You can definitely feel that the Snot Rocket is soaking up a bit more of the pedaling due to the coil, but feeling a lot less of the rocks. So in essence, you feel you want to go faster. Oh, the uphill switchbacks are here again. Switchbacks so tight, you could high-five a person going the other way. Finished 2 laps down, 1 on the Optic, 1 on the Snot Rocket. 57:56 total time. So I think that means I actually had a quicker time on the Snot Rocket than I did on the Optic. Optic was like 29:06, I think. That is a slog, 12.4 Ks. Feeling it. Well, there you have it. Strava says new PR 27:03 on the Snot Rocket. That was grueling, but afterwards it feels good. I will say, it feels good. Head home and I think they're going to need a good wash.